My car insurance recently just went up about $60.
That's around $720 extra a year. It's a rate hike Michelle Robertson was not expecting.
We're living paycheck to paycheck as it is, and so having a bill that you never saw coming is a huge inconvenience.
According to the latest Consumer Price Index data, auto insurance rates nationwide went up 22.6% from April 2023 to April 2024. Right now in our state,
if they're a safe driver in California, you might see 15, 20, maybe even 30%.
Insurance advisor Harold Newbill says the increases used to be around 4 to 6%. So what's happening? Newbill says there are a lot of factors at play. One is rising car repair costs due in large part to inflation.
The cost to repair vehicles, if you think of labor, parts, the cost of fuel to deliver those parts to places, all of those have experienced a lot of increase in the last couple of years.
Another is wildfire risks in California, which drives up prices, and also more accidents means more claims and higher premiums.
You've seen pretty significant increases in that.
Newbill says during the pandemic, many insurers put a pause on increases since people were driving less. But now, due to those losses, they're not taking new clients, dropping clients, or taking more drastic measures.
Others have taken the choice of leaving the state entirely or canceling those policies. So that leaves a lot of people searching for insurance in a market where there's a lot less options.
Late last year, the California Department of Insurance issued this bulletin responding to consumer complaints about the challenges of obtaining a policy. It reminds insurers they're required by state law to seek approval before increasing rates.
And the hope is that we can find a more balanced method of rates climbing more connected to a slower increase than large increases people are seeing.
Newbill expects the rate hikes to last a while. Drivers hope insurers and state officials understand who they're impacting.
They need to think about the people that are living paycheck to paycheck.
Reporting in Sacramento, Orko Manna, KCRA 3 News.
Now, experts say that there are some things you can do to try to keep your car insurance rates down. They say taking safe driving courses, especially for teens, can be a way to signal to insurers that you're not a risk. Another way to save is to get a car that is cheaper to insure.